Hey everybody, this is Lorelia coming to you with a video today about the financial shackles are coming off. I can hear them breaking off of my wrist. And what do I mean by that? So, it's really an analogy of what I always say about when you decide to invest in yourself, to break free from low credit scores, debt collectors harassing you, derogatory information on your credit report. Today I'm going to discuss with you two things, possibly three, but I know two things. If it comes to my mind, a third one. What you need to do if you really want to have a thriving credit score, a thriving personal credit profile in 2017. And the reason why I say what you need to do is because we are pretty much in the last week of January. There are individuals who decided maybe in December, maybe in the first part of the year, like, yes, I am going to do something different. I am going to do something different. But unfortunately, this is the reason why I said the financial shackles are off, and this is the reason why some people will not get any results. I'm currently doing a class now, 4-week class, may go about 5 weeks, because there's so much content for me to discuss along with the questions that I've been getting. And the question, not the question, pretty much, one of the attendees in the class was like, Lorelia, I am so glad that I took action because now I'm finally putting all the pieces to the puzzle. This gentleman was somebody who had absorbed and took action with a lot of my free information, but it really comes a time when you need to invest in yourself because there are some things that you just need to be gelled together. And that you're not, if you really are looking for prosperity in terms of your finances, you don't want that burden, and you really have decided that 2017 is going to be the year that you do it, why keep chasing your tail in a circle, trying to figure it out, trying to wait for a new free video when you can just invest in yourself? Because that's what I always tell people. I feel like free information is an awakening, and then you get to a point where you may hit a brick wall, and then you may invest in yourself. I always tell people, I don't know how to do it for free because I didn't do it for free. If there was YouTube back when I started in 99 and 2000, I would have definitely asked some questions. It's so funny. I may have told this story in a video before, but over the holiday season, a girlfriend of mine, who's still my girlfriend today, was asking me how things are going. I know you're like, well, what happened to the gentleman? I'm going to get to that. She was asking me how things were going in terms of, credit. Are you still reaching people? And I say, yeah. And then I started talking about the group of people, which I'm going to talk about today, who will never get any results in 2017. And I said, remember back when you and I were doing it, because she was someone who her credit was bad too. And it was so funny that day we were talking. If anyone has ever bought a car and been denied for credit. Well, anyway, she was that person back in 2000. She had decided that she wanted to get a new car and had went to a dealership, and the car was so bad, her credit was so bad that this particular dealership put the people with the bad credit in a back room where it wasn't the most welcoming place. And it was pretty much, it wasn't no sign on there, the bad credit room, but it was like one of those rooms where you better hope and pray you leave this dealership with a car. And so at that time, she was somebody who had joined me on that crusade to increase, our credit score and this, that, and other. And I said, isn't it interesting how we read so many books, we tried so many strategies, I would do this, you would do that, we would wait for the outcome. And I said, how easy would it have been if it was somebody who was on, the internet helping us. And her and I, we laughed or whatever. To this day, she has good credit, and she, just recently upgraded her car. And, it's just a thing, when you have good credit, you kind of bougie about it. Like she was like, I walked in the dealership like, what? you know, it's about me today. Because she said she's proud of where she has gone. And that's a long time. From 2000 to 2017, you're talking 17 years from now. But going back to the gentleman, I tell that story because he was someone who was like, man, I feel so empowered. Like, never again. He was like, I wish a debt collector would. You know, he's like, I want a debt collector to call. You know, because the things that I'm sharing have given him such a big awakening. You know, he was like, I knew I was on to something, you know, when I was going through a lot of the free content that you was providing, but I just needed some, you know, some tight ends, you know, I mean, some loose ends tightened. And that is what I mean by the individual who will gain success in 2017. That's why I said the shackles are being taken off, because I said to him, I said, can you hear the chains breaking? Can you hear the shackles falling on the ground? Because say what you want. There are some people who like, forget it. I'm not interested in learning nothing. Fix my credit and let me be gone. And I'm not going to knock those people. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's a whole different level of attitude that you have when you decide to own your stuff. Because that's why I said, when you decide to take this journey to learn how this works, you own your stuff and you feel so empowered because you really know what the outcome is going to be. You will no longer be a pawn in a game that you no longer can play, because many of us are. And what happens is when we are the pawn played in a game that we don't even know the rules to, we begin to be victims. And so when I say the group of people who will not get results in 2017, it has nothing to do with investing in yourself. Because I've had comments on my videos where it's like, oh, well, you encouraging people to invest in themselves. It don't have nothing to do with that. It has to do with this. Because, see, some people are so caught up in their story. Some people are so caught up being a victim. And so instead of them, because this is what I tell everybody. If I know how valuable my time is, there's too much free stuff that I have put out that 9 times out of 10, whatever question a person comes to me on, I write a video to answer it. The only questions I may not have in 2017 is something that I will be starting is about student loans. And I have a video that's going to be coming up soon regarding a question that I got about student loans. But with that being said, I always send a person a link. Hold that, when a person asks me the question, I say, hey, hold that thought. I got a video for it. When you get to a point, like I say, it has nothing to do with investing in yourself, but when you feel like that you are entitled to someone to spoon feed the information to you, then what happens is you will always be in the victim status. You will never launch over to being a victor because you're so much harping on being a victim. And that's why I said what I was going on to finish saying was that if you have limited money, limited income, limited resources, that means that you don't have a job, or the job that you have, the amount is so small you don't have enough to invest in yourself, then that means you have all the time in the world. All the time. And that's why I tell people, whether you listening to me or listening to somebody else, there's information out there. Most people will not spend the time to sit and even read the information because they have this entitlement that I need someone to spoon feed the information to me. No, I ain't reading no books. I ain't reading no information. You gonna get on the phone to me and tell me step by step. And that, my friend, will cause people to stay in the same situation that they are in by the end of the year. Now, I went over what are the 2 things that you need to do in order to prosper financially in terms of your credit, what have you. You have to decide to be a student of this information. See, that's why I say the people that I connect with understand that they want to learn this information. So they're looking to be students to learn how this information works. Because like I said, it's a whole different attitude that you have when you know the rules, and then you don't no longer have to be a pawn. You can now play the game like other people do. You ain't got to be no pawn. And so that's why I say that one thing right there is decide. Decide that you're going to invest in learning this information. And the second point is read. Simple as that is. Read. You know, there are people, I would be lying and remiss to tell you that there are people who have taken my class who get success. Many of them don't. That's just how transparent I am. Many of them, you know, go on to the next person who can promise them the one letter trick pony. I got this one letter that's going to make everything on your credit report vanish. Those individuals, my friend, there's nothing you can do because they haven't decided that they want, that they're committed to learning this. See, this is what I know. If a person decides, a person that commits and read and do whatever has to be done, follow instructions, are going to get results. That is why previous video to this, a testimony of a lady reached out to me, had a one-on-one consultation. From that, I gave her a few strategies, and she was able to get some success. She purchased software that you hear me talk a lot about, and she got success. She got 2 bankruptcies removed. There you have it. So I know that there's 100 ways to skin a cat. I'm only focused on the way that I teach individuals. I'm not interested in what other, people are doing. That's why I know that my message is not going to be a match for everyone. That's why I'm clearly only speaking to those that feel like my message is a match to their wanting of, like I said, of financial freedom in terms of their credit. So that's it. So that's why I said the shackles are being released. The chains are falling on the ground. Are there other pieces of the financial puzzle? Yes, they are. Credit is only a small piece. But credit does have the most impact on you personally. And not to make this a political rant, but you're going to see that I truly believe in this administration that you're going to find out that your credit is going to play a large part in everything. Whether it's housing, whether it's getting a job, whether it's getting security, and I mean car, insurance for your car, or what have you. Credit plays a large part. And unless you are income heavy, meaning cash heavy, and you can pretty much pay for everything, then you're going to have to, like I said, you're going to have to play by them rules whether you decide to or not. So that's my message for today. That is my message for today. Don't be a financial victim. Do not. It serves you no place. It does nothing for you. Your credit will not get no better. The energy that you're putting towards feeling like people owe you stuff, people owe for you to, like I tell people all the time, I get the emails and messages about, oh, you need to be doing this. You should be giving it for free. How much free can I give? It's 200 plus videos on this YouTube channel. How much free can I give you? Along with on a YouTube, I have a website where there's only 100 plus articles. So how much else, like I said, can I give away? So like I said, this is Lorelia. I hope this message reaches somebody to have them to kind of think. Because like I said, my goal, and I never said that, but I'm going to say that now. My goal for 2017 is to help 100 people with their personal credit, raise their credit scores or what have you. That's my vision. That's my goal for 2017. And you may say, wow, Lorraine, only 100. The reason why I say only 100, because these will be individuals who will decide to be a do-it-yourselfer. These will be, not someone, like I said, I have nothing wrong with those people who just want somebody to do it, but a person who wants to be a do-it-yourselfer. Because yes, I do get excited knowing that when people have this information, no one can ever take it away from them. I'm certain of that. Unless somebody, mentally have a breakdown and their mind ain't right, then of course that won't be the case. But for that person who has the same mind, retains all the information, continues to be a student, will never be a financial victim again. And that's why I said I'm on a journey for 2017 to help others as well. Like I said, I have a class going on now. You can learn more at www.yourmoneymentor.com/credit2017. And you will see the link under this video. And from there, if the class isn't going on, our next class may not launch until March. Like I said, I'm doing several classes throughout the year, only because due to the timing, a lot of times when people see my videos, they always say, oh, when you're doing your next class. So like I said, you will see, be talking more about this throughout the year. So once again, this is Lorelia. Look to talk to you next video. Bye-bye.